I'm Aaliyah. Welcome to my bedroom. These are my pajamas. They're really cute. So today is the day, huh? I have been dreading making this video for a long time because I have been in a creative slump. I hate drawing while I'm in a creative slump because I don't feel creative. So this is a video I don't want to do, but I'm gonna do anyway. We have my iPad. Okay? Shut up. But I'm gonna force myself to draw something. And the goal is not to like it. That is not the goal. The goal is to make something. I have made 2 pieces of art I actually like this week. I'm gonna show you guys the 2 pieces of art now. This is the first piece. It's not fully done. This is the piece I did last night. And this is the piece I did day before yesterday, I think. I missed a spot. So yeah, this is the piece I did a couple nights ago. Which I actually like. I actually like these 2 pieces, and I want to make a piece kind of adjacent to that. When I say I'm in a creative slump, these 2 pieces were derived directly from a source on Pinterest. So whenever I'm in a creative slump, this is normally what I do. Let me go ahead and make a new canvas here. Also, I really like using a paper texture. I really like doing like a paper tone like that. We're just gonna do the first thing on Pinterest that we find, because honestly I'm going into this blind. Yeah, sure, let's do this, girl. That's fine. I really don't want to draw you guys, but let's just go ahead and get something on paper, shall we? So let's just start off. Normally I like doing it like this just so I can get the ratio kind of 1-to-1. So let's go ahead and block in some shapes. I hate filming myself draw because I feel like I'm always just so much worse of an artist when I film it because it stresses me out. But we're just gonna get some shapes up in here. I might have did the circle a bit too low, so we're gonna go ahead and drag that up. So that way we can put the lower jaw and all that stuff in, and it doesn't have to go so high. So the first eye is gonna be about here, second eye is gonna be about here. I'm gonna go ahead and make that line just so we know about where they're gonna be. The nose, about here, the mouth, here. So the jacket's gonna come down a little bit more actually. Right now we're just worried about getting stuff where it's gonna be. We're not really worried about any detail or anything like that. Also, this is gonna be stylized. We're not worried about photorealism or anything like that today. Not the exercise we're doing today, you guys. So we're gonna make it a little bit stylized here, and we have some Sabrina Carpenter like bangs going on. They're a little bit frayed, so we're not gonna draw that in. We're gonna go ahead and make them a bit fuller here. Gonna still make that ear. Just gonna do it over the ear and kind of stop in at jacket level. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of just do that all the way around a little bit. Honestly, drawing is very therapeutic for me, but sometimes I just really don't like doing it just because it does take a lot out of me creatively. Like, this is so exhausting, even though I'm really not doing anything, you guys, but it's like, it just takes a lot out of me. Okay, so now that we have a basic shape, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate it just so I can play around with it and liquefy and like lasso and all that stuff, because all this I gotta make bigger. So we're just gonna go ahead and liquefy the shit out of it. Now we're just gonna move it all up and over a little bit. And then we're gonna move the mouth back down just a tad, just to make a little bit of space between the mouth and nose for the Cupid's bow, and space for the bottom lip. Looks really weird right now, but I promise this is all for a reason, you guys. It's all for a reason. You just gotta trust the process. Also, the jacket's coming all the way around here, so okay. Also, this was quite literally the first picture I saw on Pinterest, so yeah. This is a good first sketch to me, so let's go ahead and make a second sketch. Let me make sure I don't need this. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. So this is a pretty decent first sketch, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make a second sketch where we can start putting in the details of the eyes more so, instead of just having two innate blobs. And when I say details of the eyes, we're not going too detailed, because remember, this is still very stylized. So I want the eyes to be a little bit bigger. I want the eyes to be a little bit doughy. Not going too detailed here. I want really big, beautiful eyes. Just trying to make sure they're even. We can do this eye a bit more in the head, if that makes any sense, like going in the head a little bit more, you know? Alright, that looks good to me. And now we're gonna refine this nose just a bit. Gonna put in that detail back in there. Putting some nostrils. Alrighty. Also, let's take a coffee break. And we're also going to light a candle to get some ambiance. We're going to light my first sip of Diet Cola candle today. That is my candle of choice. It smells so good. Oh. Okay. And we're also going to take a break and put on some rain. So I will be right back. Wow. Okay, so we got some rain going. We're feeling aesthetic. We got some candles burning up in here. Let's get back to work. Okay, so we got these lips down. Okay, so we want to create a little bit of a gap, a little bit of a baby gap in the lips. So usually with lips, I kind of do this little dot here, and then I do whatever shape I want the lip. Do whatever shape I want the lip to be. And I kind of erase whatever part I don't want. So with this girl, she kind of overlined her lips a bit, no shade. I genuinely mean no shade, but it just affects where the Cupid's bow is. So we're just gonna go like that, and I'm gonna make sure it looks good. I'm happy with it. It might not look good to you, but I'm happy with it. So we're just gonna keep it, and then we're gonna finish out the lip. Okay, normally I don't really draw the full lip, especially if I'm doing a colored piece, but today I wanted to draw the full lip because this girl has really cute lips. I do want to make it a little bit bigger, just in my style. I like doing really big pouts, but I like that. I don't like the mouth to be big width-wise. I like it to be pouty and little, but a big. I like it to be more of a circle. I like it to be a circle. So we're gonna keep it like that. The rain is annoying me. The rain is annoying me. Okay. So the face I'm happy with. The face I'm pretty much happy with. So on a new layer we're gonna do the head shape, because I always take a pretty long time on the head shape, but today it's pretty simple because half of it's covered up. But we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do some cute little ears like she has. Lovely little ears. Hate drawing ears, hate them. But today, not too mad about it because we get to draw earbuds. Yay! I love drawing earbuds. It's so fun. Love drawing earbuds. So we're just gonna do a little wire. Hate that wire. We're just gonna do a little buck. Okay. I hate that. Okay. Wait. Fuck. Okay. Okay, now I gotta do the other side. Shit. Wires can be very tedious. And we're not gonna draw where they meet, but we're gonna draw them to the bottom of the piece so it looks like they meet eventually. Excuse me. Beep 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 beep. That's a pretty thick wire, but we're just gonna live with it. We're just gonna live with it. Also, normally I don't really do line art on my pieces. I like my pieces to have like a sketchy line art. So the pencil drawing is line art. So that's the reason I really do care about my sketch layer, because it is my line art. So that's the reason I care about it so much. And I also decided I don't like the shape of this face on this side, so we're just gonna fix it. We're just gonna fix it. This is where I typically use the wart tool on the lasso. And just kind of change it and make it better. See, it looks better now. It looks better in my opinion. Okay, now I really wanna make that hard line where the jacket is. Really wanna accentuate that hard line. jacket comes to an end about here, and there's kind of like that kind of cap to the jacket a little bit. I'm also going to turn down the opacity on the first sketch layer so I can really see what I'm doing. So then we have this zipper. Thinking about it, I never drew a zipper before. Weird, but I never drew a zipper. So you guys are seeing something for the first time here. Kind of goes around like that, and kind of, I want to do a different zipper. We're gonna do a little bottle cap zipper, so I want it to be more even. I'm gonna do a bottle cap zipper. Kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Just gonna kind of play around with the shape. Gonna warp it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I love PJ Draw With Me's. Someone's calling me. Decline. I'm busy. I'm crafting. I'm crafting, my love. Okay. So we're gonna take that, and just kind of go like that, I guess. I don't draw close too much. I just kind of like drawing pretty girl faces, so this is kind of taking me out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I kind of like it. We're gonna do these lines on this jacket on a different layer because I know I'm gonna want to play with them a little bit. Okay, so they're not gonna be identical to the lines on the photo reference just because I don't want them to be. I don't want them to be like a focal point or anything. I want the jacket to have texture, but probably not that much. So we're just doing lines on it to kind of show that it's like a sweater material, but we're not doing the lines as close together as the reference picture, obviously. Yeah, but this is the reason why I did them on a separate layer, because I knew I would want to go in with the liquify tool and make them a little bit more wavy and stuff, but not too much. Kind of like the way I did them, so we're just gonna accentuate them down, kind of past the line, and then erase them, just so it looks like it's a continuing woven effect. Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we're just gonna merge that layer. Actually, I want to turn down the opacity on that before I merge that. So yeah, we're gonna merge that in. And I want to kind of end the drawing at the hair, so we're not gonna do the shoulders too long. We're just gonna kind of add in little lines to show like, hey, she has shoulders, but like that's not the focal point of any of this. Don't care about the shoulders, you know? All right. Now we're gonna do some hair. We're gonna go in with the hair. So I want the hair to be a little bit more stylized than it is in the picture. I still want to keep the kind of Sabrina Carpenter like curtain bang. I want to keep the length, but I do want to add a bit more to the hair. just because I've been kind of focusing on hair recently, and I kind of just want to show some more life. I want to show some more life with the hair. So we're gonna do a little bit of this. That sucks. Okay. We're gonna do a little swoopage here. Little bada boop. Bada bang. Bada doop doop. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We're gonna go in with a liquefy tool though to make it a little bit longer. Wanted to hit like the eye level. I don't want it to be voluminous. So yeah, that's good with me. We're gonna do some more over here, but we're gonna kind of sweep her off to the side a little bit. And I do want to show the hair kind of tucking and curling around the ear and kind of making that cool shape that she has up in here. So yeah, we're just gonna I'm also gonna kind of change the shape of the hair that I had in the initial sketch to make it a little bit more like the photo image, but I do kind of want to shape the ends of this hair a bit more than my image has, so we're just gonna kind of close it off a bit more seamlessly here, because if you guys can tell in the photo image, like it's broken up a little bit. I just kind of want to add some more unity back into the hair a little bit. I'm not the best at drawing hair, as you guys can probably tell, but I do like my hair to have a bit of unity, a bit of wave and life to it. So yeah. I really want to get that paper-like screen just so I can hear my pencil kind of scratching against the surface. I feel like that would be really, really fun to hear and see. We're gonna take another break. Probably not a full break this time, but just a little one. I really am gonna need a new candle soon, you guys. But yeah, this is what we got right now. I'm not too mad about it. Not too mad about it. Oh, we done color pick something. A baby is a gift from above. You guys remember the Rugrats movie? I do. Okay, we're gonna make this bang bigger and move it over. Then we're gonna go to freeform, distort, and then warp. Warp is one of my favorite tools for chunking out hair. It really allows you to play with like the physics of it, and I really love that about the warp tool. Shit. Okay, so yeah, also now that makes her forehead look huge. So we're gonna add some hair back down here to show that her forehead isn't that big. It's just her hair playing tricks on us. We're also gonna add in a part and then a little piece falling right down smack in the middle. create that splitness in the curtain bang, but that little piece in the middle to make it a full bang. So yeah, that is our sketch. Let's turn off that sketch layer, see how we did, see if we missed anything. I don't think so. Sometimes I turn off my initial sketch to just see what I'm missing. We're gonna complete that, and we're also going to complete this right here. And now I'm gonna just go back in and add some little wispy guys to show layering and all that. Add a little wisp every so often. I really love doing this because it adds in that kind of like pieciness, movingness of real hair. So yeah, we're even gonna add a few up here. And I really like doing this as well to my characters, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. I don't think so. Gonna finish off that shoulder there. I'm gonna finish off that one too. Alright, so we're gonna add back in that brow. She does have blonde bleached brows, but I always want to make sure to add in that brow, even if they're bleached. We're gonna do that on a separate layer though. Add back in those brows. Also, I want to make her look up just a bit more, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab those irises and just pull them up just a bit. Make sure it doesn't look weird first, but just pull them up just a little bit. Just a touch. This is kind of over too much for me, so we're just gonna plop it like that and finish off that line. Okay, so yeah, let's finish that mouth line off too. Okay, so I'm pretty much good with this sketch, but let's flip the canvas and see what we're missing. Okay, it's not too bad for flipping the canvas, but let's go ahead and group these together. I don't think anything's on this layer. No, so we're just gonna go ahead and delete that. I like, before merging my sketch layer, I like adding all the sketch pieces together and then liquefying it to the desired point and then merging them, just in case I want to go back and refine or fix anything. So I'm just gonna make the sweater part a bit bigger. I'm just gonna make that a bit tighter here. Gonna make that shoulder come in a bit, but make the hair. I'm gonna go back and fix that piece at the bottom, but let's go ahead and add a bit of body to this side, but let's make it bigger and kind of pull all of that in a little. And let's also go ahead and make that a little bit smaller and pull this all up to make it a bit tighter. And let's like kind of make that, yeah, there we go. Because we really want it to look like it's cutting off her face like this. So yeah. And we're also going to, we can go ahead and flatten that. And let's just go ahead and make that line a bit more clear of what we want. This one too. Let's actually go ahead and just thicken that up to really show the end point of the lip, because we want that lip to be like the end point. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fix this part down here. Actually, this can be a big chunk like that, but let's just go ahead and let it make more sense, you know? Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Let's go ahead and add another piece here, I guess. With hair, you can kind of let it do its own thing. Excuse me, at least I let it do its own thing. I do want to get better at drawing hair, so we might do some hair studies soon, you guys. But yeah, I want to kind of make it like hair is kind of coming from the back of that sweater. That looks weird. How are we gonna fix that? Because that looks so bad. I need my emotional support blankie. Okay, so since that looks weird, we're just gonna... this is why I don't like drawing for real. Okay, we're just not gonna think about that. Actually, we're just gonna liquefy it, because when in doubt, liquefy the shit, you know? No, it looks too thick. I really, really love this paper texture with this pencil. I really do. So we're just cleaning the line up just so the line makes some type of sense. Okay. So I really want that sweater to kind of be the focal point over here. I don't really want that piece of hair to be the focal point, so we're just going to focus on that sweater, and that hair can just be a piece coming out of it, and it's all going to make sense after I color it, I think. So I think I'm happy with that. So we're just going to there's an ad on my TV.
Achieving your health and fitness goals takes hard work and the right nutrition. That's where First Form can help. Whether your goal is to get in shape.
Okay. So we have the unity of the face pretty much down, but we're just gonna go ahead and make it a bit more unified up in here. So what that entails is just, don't mind the ghetto-ness of the back of my case. I literally duct taped a picture frame to my industrial strength case. I don't really want to talk about it, but I used butterfly duct tape and duct taped a picture frame to the back of my case because I didn't have an iPad stand. I'm getting one soon though, I promise. But we're just going to kind of, wherever the face and hair meet, I just really want that line to be very apparent and very dark. So that's all we're doing here, is darkening it up. Whoops. And also we're just kind of refining where we really want that bang and not making any brash decisions. I'm also going to go ahead and put a pencil grip on my iPad pencil here. Crap. Just make it a bit easier to hold. Actually, it's too much. I don't like that. Okay. It was too thick, too fast. Nani? Okay. So, do I like the shape of that? No. Are we gonna live with it? Yeah. Yes, we are. Oopsie. I really don't like the shape of that though. That has to go. Like today. Okay, this fat one right here, pissing me off. Pissing me off. Okay, that's better. That's way better. Now you gotta go. Okay, so I think that this is a pretty good, oh, it's still flipped. Oh shit. Okay. That's one thing about flipping the canvas, is I always don't like it when I flip it back, and I feel like I have to keep on going back and forth because I notice more and more things the more I flip it. I also love adding in the eye butts, like whatever those are called. I love adding those in because I feel like it adds such a cute touch, because I love doing them pink. And we can also add in this little part of the nose right here. Alright, so this is our main sketch, you guys. I really like it. So this is our sketch that we're working with, and I think it looks pretty dang good. I also like going back and looking at the real-time drawing of it. And just seeing if I like anything better that I ended up erasing. Okay, so I like it. I think it looks pretty dang good. had to unbuckle my waist trainer. Too tight. And we're also just gonna darken up that right there, because that's the edge of the hair and kind of like the fattest point of the piece. I always like making that point dark. Like whatever section is the widest, I like making those edges dark. So I'm gonna make this and this part right here a little bit darker, just since those are the kind of fattest points of the piece. I don't know, I just feel like it closes in the drawing a lot better. And I also like doing that to the top and bottom, but they were already kind of like that anyway, so it just kind of keeps the piece inside itself, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I really like it. And we can delete that first layer, and now we have all of our stuff on the same thing, so that's good. Making sure that multiply layer is down, and then we're just gonna size up the drawing to the canvas here a little bit, kind of centering it and such. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Yeah, so just sizing it up there. And then I always like doing my line art in like a pink or magenta, so I fill it with magenta, and then I do a clipping mask to the bottom. And then I also like setting this to linear burn, and then that just darkens up the paint as I use it. So we're gonna go in with this filler brush. This is from my Copic marker set that I got from Gumroad. If you guys want that set, it's linked down below. It's a really good pack. It literally acts like Copic markers, but I have it in my faves category. I also have the sketch pencil from, where is it? It's from the starter Oliguku, I think it's Oliguku, something like that, but it's from this set. It has a bunch of really cool texture brushes in it. If you guys want that, that's down below too. But I just have them both in my faves because that's basically the only two brushes I really use. But yeah, I normally do my work in magenta or another warm color, depending on the piece, of course, but let's try to color match this skin tone. This is a pretty if I don't like it, we can play around with it, but yeah, we're definitely gonna need to adjust the hues and all that on this by just like going through and kind of doing the edges first and kind of filling it in. I really like having a textured base layer. I don't like it being perfect or all filled in or anything. I like that kind of marker texture that this brush gives, because you can really build up with the paint and all that. And you also kind of, if you color it in with the planes of the face, you can really build it up and it gives a really interesting texture. Gives a very interesting texture. So I normally just go straight over the lips, not really focusing too much on what the other colors are going to be or anything like that. That is so annoying. Like, what if I was sleeping? What if I was asleep? As a matter of fact, hopefully this one has no ads, but I just like going in and really trying to get all those little nooks and crannies that the color would kind of peek through. And with bangs, it's normally like a little bit tedious because you got to go into all those little areas, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. And I also kind of like getting the edges of the hair a little bit because it does like peek through on your hair edges. So yeah. So just getting up around this eye here. Okay, so it's colored in, and as you can see, we don't really have a lot of flat colors. I like this. I like this a lot. I don't like having too flat of colors. I like having some dimension, some build up. But this does give us a clear thing to work with, and let's just go play around with colors. Let's also continue this line real quick. That's why I like keeping the two brushes in my faves category. I know I have the jacket too up. I have the jacket too far up on this side. Should we go back and fix that? Should we? Yeah, let's do that real quick. Jacket's way too far up. Do I even like it more like that? Sure. Sure, it's fine. It's more close to the picture, I guess. So, let's play around with this color here. It's lighter. She is very peachy. So, kind of want to keep that integrity of that. So, yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and color pick this. Yeah, it's pretty peachy. I like that. So we're just gonna keep that in, and we color pick that. And now we're going in with a more saturated tone for the shadows that we're gonna add in, a saturated darker color, and we're just gonna go in where we think the shadows are gonna be. And I use the filler brush again with a pretty big brush, and I just kind of go in, and I also really look at the light source and look at where those shadows kind of fall. And I just try to add them in wherever I think they're gonna be. I definitely go around the nose a bit. She got some under her nose. And some over here by the ear. Has some under the bang here. The shadows under her eyes. Probably gonna go back in and do some red with that. We're definitely gonna go ahead and brighten up this shadow. We're just trying to get him down now, but definitely gonna go back in later and fix the saturation. Now with this particular piece, there really is no like harsh shadows. She's kind of just out in direct sunlight, so there really is no like harsh shadows really. So I'm gonna go ahead and brighten this up definitely. Yeah, I like that. So not really showing shadow, but just more so dimension, more show. Now we're gonna go in with another layer and add in some more of that dimension on the face. Just kind of where some general face shape would be. And we're also going to go ahead and blend that out, because that's just to show different planes and warmth and blood in the face and all that. So yeah, just going to go ahead and blend that out. Now we're going to go ahead and add that red back into the face. I always lay down the colors and change the saturation afterwards. They don't really stay this harsh. Just like laying them down like this, just so I know what I'm working with, know what I'm twerking with, so to speak, you know. And let's just go ahead and fill the lips in with this color too. I always like having a base for the lips that matches the nose and all that. So let's make this really red. Probably not that red. Oh crap, I did it on the same layer. It's fine. My phone's at 5%. My phone, and we should be good. We should be. But I did these on the same layer, so I'm gonna have to do that over again. I done goofed, y'all. I done goofed. But it's not like it was good, so can't be too mad at it. I'm probably not gonna add in the lips this time as well. So let's just play around with this real quick. I'm just really making sure to keep that black part in the middle little. Do. Also, I really like taking the lips and dusting them out on the edges just to make that color bleed into the skin. I really, really like doing that. I'm gonna group that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and group that. I am gonna add in a bit more of an intense shadow layer just to really drive home some points here. Let me see. Just kind of all around here in shadow. And kind of like this whole side of the faces too. So let's go ahead and play with some intensity here. Okay. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and add in some highlight. Not that many spaces in highlight, but we have a few. And this kind of whole side of the face is kind of in highlight. This layer is looking a bit too muddy for me, so no, that's the wrong layer. Sorry guys. This multiply layer is looking a bit too muddy for me. Yeah, this one. So That's new. Having facial tics. That's scary. That's terrifying. Anyways, I'm gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Ugh. Ah. Sorry, guys. So that's a wee bit better. I like this. So I do want to turn down the opacity on these lips just a wee bit so we can add in some depth. We can also go ahead and turn the opacity down on all this just a little bit, just so it's not so harsh. But let's go ahead and add in her beautiful lip combo. And I also just want to go ahead and make the inside of the mouth darker again. And then also going to go ahead and add teeth inside the mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually I want to play around with that a little just to see. Honestly, I like it the way it is. You don't play around with that. I do want to turn the opacity down a little bit. Okay, I think the lips look good. Let's go ahead and work on these eyes. So with the eyes, I normally like doing a blue and just darkening it up a little bit, and then going in and shading them like that, just to kind of make them look ballish, if that makes any sense. And I like doing that actually on top of this layer. I don't know what any of these layers are. What are these? I don't know what that is. So they're getting deleted. Okay. So she has green eyes, so we're gonna go ahead and do this kind of hazily green color. We're also gonna set this to lower opacity. And we're also going to set it to more of a linear burn type thing. Okay. So she has these really pretty green eyes. Then we're going to take some more yellowish tones and just color it in like that. Now we're going to take some color closest to black that we can get. Color in a really big, juicy iris. And then on top of all of that, we're going to take a really light color. Kind of add in these stripey guys here. Then I'm just gonna all that together. That kind of took away what I want this layer to do. What can I do? What can I do? Okay, so we're gonna bring the, no, not that. Maybe if I set it to multiple, yeah, it's better. That's better. Now we have all the eye on one layer. And now I usually take a brown, dark brown, and then I line the entire eye. Or at least the parts I feel necessary. Kind of like an eyeliner. And then I Gaussian blur. Then I lower the opacity. And it just kind of adds a little bit more unity into the eye. Okay, so now we're gonna add in some pulps of lighter color. Why am I British right now? I don't know, but just go with it, you know? Okay, that's good. Okay. Period. I feel like that was a necessary evil. Yeah, that was necessary. Okay. We really need some blush up in here. My girl's over here looking like Glinda straight up. So I really want some big girl blush up in here. And it is kind of harsh in the reference photo, so I do kind of want to keep it a little harsh. Okay, period. Okay, that is good on the skin, I think. Now we're gonna go in and add these lashes. We're gonna go in and add the lashes. We're also going to go ahead and merge that down and merge these together. So for lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Real Anchor. And I want to do like a really dark brown for the lashes. Hard. And then you just kind of connect them like this. Honestly, lashes aren't hard. They're just hard to get right because they can look very spidery, very fast, and they can look very off-putting. So getting them right is pretty difficult. One tool I love while doing lashes though is liquify, because you can kind of almost curl them. You can curl them with the liquify tool. Also, you can erase the parts that you don't want. So the main thing is you just kind of want all the lashes to kind of come together. That's the main thing. Also, you can go really tiny and separate one big lash into like 3 tiny ones, which is cool. I hate drawing lashes. Literally hate drawing lashes. And for bottom lashes, they're actually kind of fun because I kind of just do little baby, like, you know. But these kind of suck, to be honest, so we're just gonna warp them. and make them go that way. Can I just lower the opacities on these so no one really looks at them? No. Ugh, these suck. Even though these suck, I'm just gonna go ahead and if you guys ever wonder, this is how I always do my lashes, just so they match. And even if they suck, they match, you know. I always just copy them from one eye over to the other eye. I don't know if that ruins my integrity as an artist, but I don't really care. I don't really care. I just want them to match, even if they're bad. Also, our lashes are pretty long, so we're just gonna extend. Okay. So, it's looking pretty good. She is, I want to say more tan. I think I got it pretty close. I think I got it pretty close to the reference as far as colors go. Her lips in the reference are definitely a bit more magenta, but that's fine, I think. I'm gonna leave the face alone for a bit and go on to hair. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and lock that in. Go and lock in those lips. Let's move on to hair. So, with a blonde, I don't really want to tip green with blonde, but in some aspects you kind of have to. I'm gonna play around with this just to make it match the skin a little bit better in a minute, but I just want to fill in the base with what color I want. Just filling in all these little pieces. Kind of tedious, but that's alright. And this girl also has like a full like platinum card, so we're definitely gonna go ahead and tone this blonde after it's in. It's really not green, but just looking at it against this blue background, it looks a little green, even though it's like fully like platinum blonde. But you just gotta trust the process. You just gotta trust me, man. Okay. Blonde is in. So it's definitely a little brighter. Definitely has more saturation. Yeah, it has more saturation. Not that blonde. Not that blonde. There we go. Now we're talking. Heck yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and use this blonde as the base. I think this is more of a peach. Yeah, it's more of a peach. So we're gonna go back in with a greener tone. And we're not making it as saturated. And we're just gonna go ahead and add in the shadows of the hair with this color. And we're just chunking out big chunks of shadow. And I'm also gonna go ahead and lock that to where we want it. I'm not gonna say that where you put the shadow doesn't matter, but you're just gonna kind of think about what part of the hair is in shadow, what part's not. And with that, you can kind of pull out chunks of what you want to be in front of what. I kind of just do this based off of vibes, especially with wavy hair. You do kind of have to think about how curls work and all of that, but most of the time I just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so I didn't really add, her waves are kind of different than the waves in the picture. I kind of made it more of a bob a little bit. The girl in the original picture has more of a lob, a long bob. There's also a little bit of darkness up in here. And then we just play around with the saturation and hue again to just really get that color right. Yeah, so we can actually preview it, and it kind of tones that color a little bit more. So as you guys can see, it's still a green, but it's like, it looks green. It looks green to me, but it's not. It's orange. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add in the highlight now, which is most likely gonna be a really pristine, kind of yellowish. That looks really green to me. And I do just want to go ahead and erase some pieces just so it kind of gives hair a little bit. We're just going in and erasing lines just so it gives hair. And just going in and all the little highlighted pieces. And adding in some lines where the highlights are. I'm also doing this a little bit for the dark pieces as well. I'm kind of just adding in a little bit of transition. Not all the darks are fully dark, not all the lights are fully light, all that nonsense. And I'm going to use this tone here as the mid-tone, and I'm going to go ahead and add in an even darker color on top just to really show those really dark parts of the hair. I'm probably gonna make it darker than this, but just really pushing that envelope of those shadows around the face. Excuse me. And I definitely want it to be darker than that, so. Yeah. This has to be green, right? That has to be. Blonde is so fucking weird. I'm just kind of just gonna go ahead and add some strands. Maybe not. Add in some, maybe highlights. Yeah, some highlights. When in doubt, add some highlights. Okay. I am, for the most part, happy with the hair. We're gonna add in a dark root. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's good on the hair. Yeah, I think I want to add more of an orange for this. I'm kind of just used to seeing it in pink, but I don't think I like it in pink necessarily. Yeah, I kind of like it more in this brown, so we're just going to keep it in this brown. Also, we're going to turn down the saturation just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I like it in this brown. So we're just going to do some white on the AirPods. And on the wire. I don't really have to do a lot of white on there. I'm just going to not color it in. And then we just got to do some cream on the jacket and then we're done. I think we're done. You guys might not, but I want to be done because I am bent out as fuck. Cream here. And we're gonna do some baby pink. Alright, and let's do a little bit of blue behind everything for the background. I'm not the best at drawing backgrounds, you guys. I'm still learning, but I do really like adding them for some effect. So let's just go ahead and add some blue. And let's do some motion in the ocean. Okay, so that is about all I got. That's about all I got, y'all. Let me go ahead and add in her platinum brows. Really, they're more down here, to be honest, but let's just make them a little bit bigger. The platinum eyebrows, which is such a staple of this drawing, to be honest. How could I forget? Okay. So this is my final drawing, you guys. I really hope you guys like it. I have not drawn in so long, and honestly, I really like it. It's kind of in my style. As you guys can see, I kind of have this kind of jelly style, really weird jelly style going on right now. I really like it. I feel like I'm finally starting to find my kind of vibe as a stylized artist. So I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. Not done, you know, there's definitely stuff I could do better next time, but I'm just glad I kind of forced myself to draw today. I'm glad you guys joined me. Yeah, so try to join me next time. Before I go, subscribe to my channel if you guys like videos like this. I really like drawing. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.